Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a car that I wanted to drive for a while because this is the brand new BMW X3 30e. Now, before we go and take a look around this car, the exterior, interior, and then in a separate video take it for a drive, I wanted to say why I was so intrigued by this car, because at time of filming there is no fully electric version of the BMW X3. I don't think there's going to be. The iX3 is being replaced with the newer class later on this year. So in terms of electrification, this is pretty much the only model in the current X3 lineup that features pure electric driving. So I really wanted to get behind the wheel, take a little look around it, see what's different, because I think this is a cracking proposition right now in 2025. So let's start by talking about some of the specifications. This particular car is an M Sport, finished in this stunning Brooklyn grey. The X3 30e starts at just under £60,000 and it has a internal combustion engine up front, a bank of batteries, which is good for a WLTP claimed range of around 53 to 55 miles. We've also got around 300 horsepower, which means that 0 to 62 is dealt with in around 6.2 seconds, so it's no slouch and actually has an incredibly respectable electric only range. But that's enough of that. Let's just take a little walk and talk around this car and remind ourselves of what makes up the new X3. Let's start our look at the new X3 down here at the front end, where you'll notice quite a common theme throughout this. There's not really a whole lot to determine this as a plug-in hybrid. Obviously we'll get to the charge point on the side, but other than that, it's very, very much standard new shape X3, which I think is a good thing. So you've got the big kidney grills here with the iconic glow around them, this new design to them is kind of blocked in across the top with a bit of a vent down here, which obviously of course will open, determining and wow, how hot the engine gets really. We've then got the vents down here, which actually look really good with this combination of the gloss black against the Brooklyn grey paintwork. Then you've got these new daytime running lights here with the upturned L shape in there. Really, really cool. There's more design cues like the ridges here, which are either side of the roundel, and actually you can trace them all the way down the front of the car as well, which is a really, really cool thing. I think it's a handsome looking thing at the front, especially with the iconic glow on at night especially. As we move alongside the car, again, it's traditional X3, this new shape of X3. So we've got the swage line, which runs the whole way along here into the Hofmeister kink on the rear of the car. Of course, we've got the charging flap here, which is only AC, no DC charging on this car because it is a hybrid. We've got an M logo on there. This car's sitting on the 21-inch black alloy wheels, which I think contrasts really, really well with, again, the Brooklyn grey paintwork. We've got the flush door handles on here, which are super, super lovely. And it's just, I think, a cracking looking car. There's not an overload of creases, like there's not a load going on down here. It's just a proper traditional look SUV. And I really like that, and I love that being a hybrid, you wouldn't even know unless you saw this flap on the side. You wouldn't even know that this has a real lovely element of electrification to it. Around the rear of the car, it is quite different than the X3 that came before. We've got this new design to the LED lights here, which still wrap around the side, and there's some really intricate details in here. We've got a new diffuser down here, and as you'll notice, no visible exhaust pipes. Of course, this is internal combustion, so there is pipes, but they're just hidden well underneath the rear of the car. We've got X3 30e designation here, and then this really nice sculptured rear window with the rear lip spoiler here too. Now we need to talk boot space, because of course this being a hybrid, you'd expect it to lose a load of boot space, but not really. We've got 460 litres with all the seats in place. You'll see that my camera bag's in here and a few other bits, so you can still see there's plenty of room. But with the rear seats down, that increases to around 1,600 litres. So it's a very, very big usable boot space. So this car is still super practical, even though it's a hybrid. And of course you see the electronically folding tailgate as standard. Now, as we jump inside the car, it's got the new BMW interior. There's a load of new features in here which are brand new and really, really cool. So we'll start with what I can see straight away. Directly in front of me is the new steering wheel. This flat bottom steering wheel is a real joy to hold and to use. Really lovely, really thick and chunky and really tactile. Feels fantastic. We've then got BMW's latest operating system directly in front of me, which sweeps around here, really lovely, which runs wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on there too. And they've also simplified all the air conditioning controls. Of course, they're now gone from down here. There is no physical buttons as it used to be down here in the middle. It's now all done on the screen. And it's now just a little bit easier to use. So the climate function's a bit easier to use. The heated seat button, super easy to use on there. It's now just one button rather than having to click into a couple of menus to get to them. I do really like this new design to the interior, the almost 3D cutout effects of this dashboard, the stitching up on the console here. Down in the middle, we've got a completely redesigned center console here with ambient lighting, lighting up all of this in a really lovely fashion. We've then also got a wireless charging pad in this particular car down in the center, which actually has got this different material, which actually means that your phone doesn't slide around all over the place. Really, really cool. Something simple, but actually really effective. Then we've got still an iDrive controller. Now these are starting to disappear from a lot of BMWs as this system is fully touchscreen as well. But yeah, a traditional iDrive rotary control down here, finished in this beautiful crafted clarity glass effect. Really lovely. There's no gear selector stick anymore. It's now just a little toggle down here, and you've still got all the usual buttons, your nav, your telephone, your media, and so on. It's all down there. It's a super comfortable place to sit. These seats are fantastic. This car has the full panoramic sunroof as well, which goes from front to back in glass. It doesn't slide, but it is a full glass roof, and it is really lovely to look at. We've then got this new design to the controls on the doors with the X3 designation here and so on, with the ambient lighting sweeping around them as well. It is just a super lovely place to sit, a fabulous place to spend time. Super, super lovely. I think they've really taken this car on, and I think that as a hybrid, it's a really fabulous option for here, right now. But that's enough of that. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Please like it and subscribe to the channel, because the next video to come is going to be our full driving video with this car to tell you how it feels to drive this car as a hybrid and how does it all integrate. How does the internal combustion and the batteries and so on work together. But thank you guys ever so much for watching. As I say, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want any more information on the new BMW X3, please use the link in the description of this video to get in contact with your local Sytner BMW retailer. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.